You are now listening to a brand new episode of Starfleet Escape Podcast, only on the Four-Eyed Radio Network, also known as the
Starfleet Escape Podcast. Prepare for launch in 3, 2, 1. Enjoy the ride.
Hello and welcome to the Starfleet Escape Podcast on the Four-Eyed Radio Network, where we escape into the Star Trek universe. This is a compilation episode, and it's our first. Thank you for being with me today. This episode is being recorded on December 28th, 2013. I'm Aaron, and this episode is brought to you by America Joy Print Shop, official sponsor of the Four-Eyed Radio Network. For high-quality business cards, flyers, banners, cut vinyl, and more, visit americajoy.com. Now, this episode is different than any previous episodes. This, like I said, is a compilation episode, and what that means is I'm going to take deleted scenes that we have accumulated over the past year and combine them into one episode. So they will be of various topics, and I hope you will enjoy these deleted scenes. So, if they ever do make another TV series, do you think it will be based on the current movie, or do you think it would be put back into the Prime universe again?
I think I can see them doing this for the sake of marketing purposes and brand awareness and all that. I can see if they do a TV series that it would be set in the JJ universe.
JJ.
But personally, I would like to see it set in the Prime universe, especially if they do Enterprise 5th season on Netflix.
Right.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
I would want it set in the Prime universe because that's where we already have the most stories. But there's still a lot of things that we can explore in that universe.
Right. I agree. I would want to see something in the Prime universe, definitely something after the events of the destruction of Romulus.
Yeah, and they can still tie it in with the JJ universe because there's that common point right there.
Right. And you could even have a ship from the Prime universe find that black hole that Spock and Nero went through, and then have like the USS Titan, commanded by Captain Riker, end up in this
alternate universe.
Because I would imagine that black hole it might still be there, or it might be there for a short time after.
I think that these black holes are only for a short time, because the one that destroyed Vulcan, after it destroyed Vulcan, it disappeared.
It ate itself.
And that was a tiny particle of red matter.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think one created from that big ball may be there for a long time, but I think it would eventually dissipate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what seemed like seconds for Spock was 25 years to Nero. So there could have been another ship somewhat close that went in. Maybe I am, but
well, I think that they went in seconds apart from each other, and that's where you get the timeline difference. Because like Spock entered it, and then Nero entered it, but Spock got there later, so it just randomly put them in the same universe, just at different times in that universe.
Yeah.
That's what I got from that.
Yeah.
Even though they entered seconds from each other, on the other side it spit them out a couple decades apart.
Yeah, well, that's the only reason why I think it would be cool to have, like, say there was another ship, maybe not a jellyfish, but another ship in the area that also got swept in to this black hole, but because of the weird way the black hole bent space and time, it gets put in like 50 years, or maybe not 50 years, but
well,
maybe...
that'd be cool. What if from the Prime universe went into the whole, and it's the same alternate universe, but maybe at the same time. So it's the complete parallel. So we might be able to see an alternate Enterprise D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alternate JJ interpretation of the current time of the Prime universe.
Mm-hmm. No, that would be cool too. I really would like to see a JJ interpretation of the Galaxy class starship. I would want to see how massive that ship would be.
Well, it's anywhere between half a mile and the size of the planet Earth.
That's not a moon. I also think that a new series would be set in the Prime universe because I think it would cost less to produce. I feel like the sets for the JJ verse would be...
They look expensive.
Yeah, I don't think on a television budget they would be able to afford that on a weekly show.
Well, who knows with with digital technology, how it is today, you actually start seeing a lot of digital sets as well.
Yeah.
So I know Babylon 5 movies experimented with that a little bit.
Yeah.
And that was a few years ago.
They weren't bad.
Yeah.
No.
I've seen some fan productions of Star Trek where they superimpose like bridges and walls and stuff, and like you can tell obviously because it's a fan production,
Right.
but I think more advanced techniques from a real production would probably work.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know. The Enterprise NX-01 was a pretty advanced looking set.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I think it would be possible to do a JJ-like bridge with a television budget.
Yeah.
But I think it would definitely have to be augmented somehow with some digital.
Yeah, totally. The only other two-parter with the Borg that I can remember is Descent with Lore.
Mm-hmm.
And that episode was kind of a letdown to me, anyway.
I remember it being a weaker episode.
Mm-hmm.
I actually thought it was cool because they used the building that was used for Zordon's command center in Power Rangers.
Really?
Yeah. So they used it's this Jewish school institute in California, and it's a very distinct building. It was used in Power Rangers. It was used in a few other shows because it's a really futuristic, weird-looking building.
Okay.
And I remember when I watched it, I was like, "Oh my God, it's the Power Rangers!" And
okay.
So yeah, it's I thought it was just an okay episode. It didn't wow me like some of the other Borg episodes.
Right.
And I always thought it was weird that Lore teamed up with the Borg.
Yeah, it's a weird coupling. I thought the premise of the episode was good.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was poorly executed.
Right, and I don't know if you'll be seeing that in a Fathom event.
Right. Yeah.
But kind of interesting side note that it's interesting that Lore teaming up with the Borg kind of foreshadowed when Data was kind of seduced by the Borg in First Contact.
That's a good point.
I thought it interesting parallels when you look back on it.
I didn't think of that, actually. Huh.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point, Eric.
All right. Even though the books don't really count, in the Voyager Relaunch series, Vorik became the chief engineer of Voyager.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. So, in the novels, at least, Voyager is still in commission?
Voyager is still in commission. Chakotay is captain. Something happens with Janeway. I don't want to give it away.
Okay.
But
we know she's an admiral.
Right, but I could say, well, eventually in the Voyager relaunch, Janeway actually dies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's pretty
Not
traumatic.
too soon. I mean,
Wait a minute. But what I like about the Voyager relaunch is that their mission is eventually to go back to the Delta Quadrant with a fleet of ships that are all outfitted with slipspace technology.
Huh. Interesting.
What are they going there for, though? Exploration or to destroy?
They're going back to the Delta Quadrant to not only kind of retrace Voyager's path, but to remake connections with some of the friendly species that they met along the way.
Yep.
Okay.
And also to follow up on the threat of the Borg.
Huh.
So they actually take a fleet of ships all outfitted with slipspace technology, and Voyager is the lead command ship.
Fascinating.
Oh.
So I know a little off topic, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you read these?
I have, and they are excellent. And
Who wrote them, though? Do you know?
There's actually a couple different authors. Hold on 1 minute. As I go to Memory Beta, which is the...
I'm going to say it's Peter David. It's probably not, though.
It's not.
Yeah.
But, but no, it was a continuous story, and then a new author took over, but they've been doing a really good job. Kristen Bayer is the newest author for the Star Trek Voyager episodes, and the other one is Christy Golden, who is the main relaunch author.
Nice.
So she's done a great job of continuing the stories of all the characters, and a lot of them didn't stay on Voyager, so you get to still follow them in different parts of Starfleet. So anyways, fans of Voyager, it's a good series. But.
If you're a Voyager fan, go read the books.
Right.
So, do we have any other things on here that we need to talk about?
There are a few real-world Star Trek games that I wanted to talk about really quick.
Actually, we talked about one just a minute
Yeah,
minutes
Star
ago.
Trek Legacy.
Yeah, which you both said sucked, so...
Yeah, but I mean, give it a shot.
I'm going to give it a try. I bought
give it a
didn't I?
shot.
Yeah.
So,
I bought it when it first
that,
came out for the
how's
PC.
that game coming? No.
I spent the money. Like when it first came out, I was pretty tight with my money, and
As
but,
opposed to now, when you're pretty tight with your money.
but it was like when it came out, I was like, oh man, I gotta get it,
You
no matter
offered me
what.
a half-drank Coke.
What? So
Then
I had to
opened
get,
another one.
I had to get it,
Mhm.
so I got it, and then I
And
was
you were
like,
like,
oh man, I spent $50 on this. But you know, one game that I did really, really like, which doesn't work anymore.
It's working now?
Not on newer
It
computers.
was on the Atari.
Starfleet Command.
Was that like that video one where it was like video based?
No, it wasn't
No.
video based.
You're thinking of like the one that was for the next generation.
Oh no, I was thinking of the Starfleet Academy game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's not like that. This is like you
No, it
take
couldn't be
command
that
of your
bad.
ship, and like you're out doing missions
Yeah.
and whatnot. So it's kind of, I guess, like Legacy. I don't know, but it's my brain just went dead.
Oh my god. You kind of have to like, my brain just went dead.
So like you have to calibrate.
His
your
brain's dead, Jim.
You should have seen his face when he did that. I mean, literally, it was like somebody
Duh.
told him Santa Claus was not real.
What?
My brain.
So like you have to calibrate the ship's systems, like you transfer power
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So it's a really cool. It's an intense game.
Kind of almost like levels, power levels.
Yeah, the power
Yeah, like-
levels, and
yeah.
then like you have to repair
Like a-
things, and you have to set.
Kind of like a, what do you call it, a live action game.
Yeah, so it's like you're actually in command of the ship and stuff. And they came out with, I believe, 3 of them.
Yeah.
And I no longer. I lent the third one out to a friend, and he lost
I
it.
said I was sorry.
It wasn't you.
No.
Uh,
Well, I said I was
and
sorry
the,
at that point, too.
The original game doesn't work on newer systems anymore, so I can't play it. Bummer.
What were you using, Windows 3.1?
No, it was
95? XP?
it was XP.
Next generation?
No, actually,
Or
it wasn't XP. It was
98.
Maybe it was 98.
Yeah.
Uh,
What else we got? Star Trek.
DAC.
What does that stand for?
I don't know.
I think it's Defend and Conquer.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So this was available for the PC, PS3,
Which
Xbox
is funny because it's
360.
usually the other way around, isn't it, Eric? Conquer and defend.
Yeah.
When talking about those type of games, it's usually the other way around.
Yeah.
Is it like a Risk version of?
Yeah, kind of, but it's more like you're trying to capture territories, but at the same time, the enemy can capture yours.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, there's a couple of different game modes.
Sounds like. Do you remember that? I don't know if you've ever played any of the Star Wars versions, but there's a Star Wars Galaxy.
I've never
and you
played
actually conquer different planets and stars, and you put like different. If you're the Empire, you put like different star destroyers at certain places and like defend it that way. I'm sure it's probably similar to that. But
I don't know. I
haven't had a chance to play a lot of the Star Trek games, believe it or not, because
Yeah.
they came out when I didn't have the Xbox 360 or the PS3.
Yeah.
And for Nintendo Wii, they came out with one game once. That was it.
A Star Trek game for the Wii? I did not
Early
know
on.
what that.
Forget what it was.
No, that's Legacy.
Is it Legacy for Wii?
Yeah, and there's another one too. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
I had it, but I didn't get to play it because I had to sell my Wii. But yeah, it's out there.
And he went Wii all the way home.
Wii.
Actually, I just got a Wii U, but
Wii.
that's probably going to be a bigger woo. Yeah.
So this game came out the same time as the first 2009 Star Trek movie.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. So, but
Is it based off of that?
Not really. It's the ships are
Not really.
the ships are like probably fit in that universe.
Captain's name is Captain James E. Kirk.
Well, you don't have caps. It's like a top-down kind of like a shoot 'em up game.
Top down?
Top down, yeah. It's not like you don't move in like
Is it like
three
asteroids?
dimensions.
No.
Yeah, kind of. I haven't played this in a long time because no one goes
Why the
online
hell is
anymore.
a centipede? No.
Do you have this game, Eric?
I do have this game, and I actually need a few more achievements with it. So hey, if
Oh, I finished the game.
okay.
I finished it on PlayStation. I had it for a PlayStation 3.
You know, I've never finished a game in my life, I'll be honest. Ever.
This was
I've had to cheat or break the game to get to the end of Super Mario's. Let's be honest. I mean,
this was the only game that I pushed myself to finish and get all the achievements.
big surprise.
Yeah.
You're talking about the kid who, you watched the presidential debate in order to get a skin for, what was the game?
For my avatar.
Yeah, good.
No, for my avatar.
For Halo, yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
Halo.
my golden avatar.
Awesome.
Is that what they call it? Golden Avatar?
No, well, it's golden avatar armor
Oh, okay.
for my little guy. I had it on for like a week and then I took
You
it
may
off.
have to edit that one out. My golden avatar outfit for my little guy.
Yeah.
That just doesn't sound right.
I actually hope that they release some Star Trek
Oh,
Avatar
that'd be
stuff. See, I'd go after that.
for the new game. Yeah.
All right, so what's next? Star Trek Seen It.
Yep, I have this. Do you have it, Eric?
I don't have it,
I
but
don't
one of
have
my
it.
friends does, and I've played
I'd
it.
love to play that.
It is awesome.
You should come over
Yeah.
sometime. We'll get a group of geeks together and
Yeah.
play.
Because
Yeah, I'll just fly out to Boston. and-
No. I was talking to him, but sure, if you want to come out, I mean,
I've only
we
played
could play
this,
online, you know.
I've only played this once, and it was with a group of people that don't know anything about Star Trek.
But they
So you
forced them. No,
dominated.
just kidding.
I dominated. I kicked their butt.
Well, the
and-
way he started out didn't sound right. You were like, I only played it once, but it was because they forced me to.
but like they didn't want to play it anymore, so I was disappointed.
Well, when you dominate somebody, it's not fun playing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Believe me.
I played it with fellow Star Trek fans. So when you have people who are fans of Star Trek that play this game,
Yeah.
it gets really competitive.
Okay.
And the challenge lies is if you've seen the episode or not, or when was the last time you saw it? Because there was times where they're like, "Oh God, it's a Voyager question," and I'd be like, "Haha."
Yeah, and you'd be the only one in the country. I mean,
no, come on.
No, this kind of.
no, you're right. You're right. There are a few people who
It
actually
lasted
like
7 seasons, so.
But next,
Next we have coming up this year, Star Trek.
Set between the two JJ movies?
Yeah.
So yeah,
right after Nero and right before whoever the hell this guy is?
Yeah.
That's how they should do it in the preview, because if it comes out before the movie, it'll be like, set right after Nero and right before we can't tell you who this guy is.
So it's actually available for pre-order right now.
Yeah, I've seen that online. It looks pretty damn good.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, the video on it alone, I mean, just the design and everything, it looks pretty real.
I saw, this was a couple of years ago that I saw it, because this has been in development for a while. The PlayStation Move will have at least it was supposed to have a phaser with that you can put
the bobble on the front,
where you can put in the Move controller there.
Oh, by the way, in the new movie, in the previews, I have seen no scenes with that stupid phaser.
No.
With the flip around thing.
Yeah. I haven't seen any of the
have you seen the phases? They're pretty modern day looking.
Yeah. I have my own theory about that, but we'll discuss that later.
Okay. So
what also I like about this game coming up is they feature the Gorn as the main enemies.
Really?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's a reimagined Gorn. They look incredible.
And you can do whatever you want with a video game.
And so the Gorn, actually, one of their main defensive features is kind of like this poisonous spit.
Really?
So, yeah, it's going to be a great game. I can't wait.
It looks like you can go and explore things, too.
Yeah, it definitely looks a little open world.
Yeah.
I hope it's more like Mass Effect than some of the other games we've got.
So more like it's got a direction, but you can go in opposite ways?
Yeah, I hope it's a little bit more open world and less linear. You can pre-order on Amazon and a whole bunch of other sites.
Have they said what the full price is?
It's going to be a standard like
$59. Yeah.
$59.99.
Cool. I might actually go reserve that. I don't ever reserve anything, but...
Yeah.
And if you reserve it now, they have a couple pre-order bonuses, so different uniforms and outfits for Spock and Kirk.
Oh, different uniforms.
Yeah, so they've got like a civilian uniform. Oh, the release date is actually April 23rd.
Okay. Cool.
April 23rd?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's my anniversary.
Oh, there you go.
2, 3, 4, 5.
You got a gift for your anniversary.
Yeah, if my wife wants to buy it for me. Otherwise, giving it to yourself isn't a gift, and it can't be considered the gift to her.
Hey, honey, I got you Star
game.
Trek. The game.
Yeah, and she'll get me divorce papers. Anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd do without Memory Alpha.
I don't know either. I mean, the encyclopedia was great and all back in the day, but
I have like 3 versions of that.
I have 2 of them. I think I have the last one that they released. I'm not sure. They had like the appendix, like not the appendix, but like a supplemental edition.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have all those. I've got 1, 2. Yeah, I've got all 3 versions. Damn it, Star Trek.
There's just so much. You can't be bound into a book.
I wish they made one more that included all of the Enterprise stuff. So it's like, here's the encyclopedia for the entire Prime universe, including Enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they did one more.
Yeah, they totally could, because you have... Did they finish Deep Space Nine and Voyager?
I don't even think they finished Voyager.
Okay. Yeah, so there's still plenty more that they could add.
Right.
Yeah.
Or but, if they could... who's even going to buy that anymore?
I don't know. Maybe if it came out on a DVD that you could...
An interactive encyclopedia? That'd be cool.
Yeah. That is it for us at the Starfleet Escape Podcast this week. On the behalf of the rest of the crew, thanks for listening, and have a happy new year. You have been listening to the Starfleet Escape Podcast on the Four-Eyed Radio Network, where you can catch a new episode every other Monday. You can find us on the web at sfescapepod.com. Follow us on Twitter at sfescapepod. Like us on facebook.com/sfescapepod. And add us to your circle on Google Plus by going to google.sfescapepod.com.
This has been a proud production of the Four-Eyed Radio Network. Check out more shows on 4eyedradio.com. Beam me up, Scott.